What up guys, how you guys doing? I'm Talis and we're back with another how to slice. In today's how to slice video, we're gonna be checking out a awesome Valentine's Day model. So let's go to the video. So this is the couple dragon. As you can see, this is a really nice model, a really beautiful one, and it is a great Valentine's Day gift. As you can see, we got both of the heads right here, all of the horns, and right here the body. As you can see, we got a really sharp model right here with some awesome overhangs, and it does not need any support. So let's go to the video and take a look at the best print settings to print this model. So as you can see, before we get into the settings, I'm gonna be showing you a really quick tip. First off, on how to see if our model really needs support. So you can be going over to paint on support and taking a look, but there is an easy way to find if your model really needs support. So one way is to slice and see where are the overhang areas. So as you can see, we have sliced right here, and as you can see, this overhang, it doesn't show as a critical overhang. If there was a critical overhang, it would be painted in blue. So we do not need any support. This is quite nice to know if our model needs support or not. So this is just a really good and first tip before we start this model. So this model does not need any support, but as you can see, let's head back to the print settings so we can start. Just to show you right here, this is a bridge. So this is in blue. If there was some critical overhangs or bridges right here, it would be in blue. So as you can see, there is none, so we do not need any support. Let's head back to the print settings. So first off, right here in layers and perimeters, we're gonna be printing this model at 0.2 millimeters. As this is a really big model, we're not gonna be able to see those fine lines of print, but feel free to decrease this value to 0.18 to get a better quality print. It's gonna take more time, but it is worth it. Right here, I'm gonna be leaving at 0.2, but feel free to change as you may like. Going over to vertical shells, we're going to be leaving at 3 just so we can get a really rigid model. As for infill, we're going to be increasing to 10% with a gyroid infill pattern. This way we get a really dense model. As for skirt and brim, as you can see, brim right here, brim is a really nice feature to increase the surface of contact to the build plate. So this is the surface of contact right here to the dragon, and as you can see, it's not the best surface of contact to the build plate because this model is quite tall, so it can sometimes tip off if you have some bad adhesion issues. So let me just start off by saying that this model can be printed without any brim. You do not need any brim to print this model, but if you have some bad adhesion issues, I would recommend adding a little bit of a brim. 5mm brim would help, but there's other tips you can be doing instead of adding brim. So first off is always cleaning really well your build plates. This way you're gonna get a really good first layer, and a good first layer is crucial. The first layer is the one that holds your model down to the build plate. Something else you can do is make sure that your printer is really well leveled. A really well leveled printer is gonna guarantee a good first layer. The first layer is the most important layer in bad adhesion because it is the layer that's gonna hold down and grab into the build plate. A really dirty surface is going to impact a lot the bad adhesion, and a unleveled surface is gonna mess up your first layer and it's not gonna grab onto the build plate. And third, feel free to add any other types of adhesion such as glue stick or anything like that. So there are other options instead of adding some brim. Brim is optional, but I would recommend for the dragons right here, especially because they're quite tall. The other parts are quite low down to the table, so we do not need, they're not really risky at all. So we're not going to be adding any brim, but as I said before, there are other tips and ways to help with bad adhesion. As for support material, as I have said before, this model does not need any support material. It's optimized for printing. This is really nice with STL Flix models. It is thought out for you to print with the less issues you could have. Going over to speed, feel free to change the speed as you may like. Feel free to print with a profile that you may like, but always lower speeds. It's better to print slow one time than trying to print fast and it failing multiple times. A really nice thing to know is right here, first layer speed, I have reduced from 30 to 20 millimeters a second. This is crucial to get a really good first layer, so always print your first layer really slowly. Don't try to print fast. It's better to get a good cooling and a good quality print, and making sure that your print is not going to tip off. Going over right here to small parameters, this is a really nice feature to know. You can be changing and reducing this value so that small parameters such as this one's right here, and some small parameters like this one, it's going to slow down while printing it. It's going to print it. So you're going to get a good cooling, and it's going to really print really slowly on parts that really need some attention and reduce of speed. So now we have changed all of these settings right here, and we can be slicing. So let's take a look. So as you can see, we have sliced, and all of the layers look quite nice. It does not need any support. As I said before, give a lot of attention to bed adhesion. Follow all of the tips I have said before, and if you're still insecure with bed adhesion, I would recommend adding a little bit of a brim right here, but this looks fantastic. So grab a really nice filament that you have laying around and print this model right now. So the model is ready to print. Make sure you check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one. And check out STL Flix filament because they're looking great. So guarantee yours now.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STL Flix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.